Hello and welcome to the Southend Theatres brochure for Autumn and Winter 2016. Track 1 shows in September. Now you can book any of our shows online, southendtheatres.org.uk, or by phone on 01702 351 135. And when I speak about concession prices, they are for senior citizens 60 years and over, children under 16 years, students, ES40 holders, and low-income advantage card holders. And we start on September the 13th, Tuesday, September the 13th, running through to Saturday, September the 17th, and at 8 o'clock, Tuesday to Saturday, Thursday and Saturday matinees at 2:34, Dead Sheep by Jonathan Maitland, How Margaret Thatcher Fatally Underestimated Geoffrey Howe. Paul Bradley plays Geoffrey Howe, and the top Margaret Thatcher impersonator Steve Nallen plays the Iron Lady. Prices for Dead Sheep range from £29 down to £20, or for Friday and Saturday at 8 o'clock the top price is £30. Concessions get £2 off, and there is a senior citizen midweek matinee special for £25.50, and of course you can contact our box office for group discounts. Tuesday the 13th of September at the Cliffs Pavilion, Justin Hayward, former lead singer of the Moody Blues, will be entertaining. His latest album of new songs is Spirits of the Western Sky, and he will be performing at 7:30 at the Cliffs Pavilion. Tickets £39.50 and £36.50. Back to the Palace Theatre now. A Party to Murder by Marcia Cash and Douglas E. Hughes. A thriller. 6 people have come in secret on Halloween to play a murder mystery game at a rustic island cottage. And tickets for A Party to Murder, Monday the 19th, running through to Saturday the 24th of September, are £27, £25 or £19 with £1.50 off for concessions. 15th of September, Cliffs Pavilion, Jane MacDonald returns. Singer and TV star Jane MacDonald making memories at the Cliffs Pavilion at 8 o'clock in the evening. Tickets £38, £36 and £31 with £1.50 off for concessions. All prices, I should say, include booking fees, but can be subject to a postage charge if that's applicable. Friday the 16th of September at 8 o'clock, Hammer's Heroes, Football for Fans presents Midfield Maestros, Billy Bonds, Sir Trevor Brooking and Alan Devonshire. There's a little asterisk that says players' appearances subject to availability. But if you want to see Hammer's Heroes on Friday, September 16th at 8 o'clock, tickets are £27 down to £21, concessions £1 off. On Saturday the 17th of September at 8 o'clock at the Cliffs Pavilion, Chaz and Dave are back, and they'll be doing Yes, Gertrude, Sideboard Song, Rabbit, Ain't No Pleasing You and Margate. Tickets for Chaz and Dave, £32 down to £25. Sunday the 18th of September, 7:30 in the evening at the Cliffs Pavilion, it's Soul Legends time with special guest Che Chesterman. Yes, they'll be going back all over the 60s, 70s and 80s soul hits for you. Generous group discounts apply, but otherwise tickets are £30, £29 and £24. Still at the Cliffs Pavilion, a musical is coming, and it's the Kinks musical, Sunny Afternoon. Musical lyrics by Ray Davies, of course, of the Kinks. Days, all day and all of the night, sunny afternoon, dedicated follower of fashion, many, many, many more. Winner of the 2015 Olivier Award for Best New Musical, Sunny Afternoon is an irresistible musical telling the captivating tale of the Kinks and how they rose to stardom. Tuesday to Saturday at 8 o'clock. Thursday and Saturday matinees at 2:30. Ticket prices range from £39.50 down to £30.50, or you can have a premium seat for £48.50, concessions £2.50 off. Sunny Afternoon, that's the Kinks musical, 20th to 24th of September. Sunday the 25th of September at 7:30 at the Cliffs Pavilion, it's 60s Gold, taking you back with the Searchers, Brian Poole and the Tremolos, Wayne Fontana, PJ Proby, and special guest, direct from America, Gary Puckett and the Union Gap. Yes, they'll be recreating their hits for you at 7:30, September 25th, £36 or £34. Sunday the 25th of September at the Palace Theatre, Bucks Fizz will be returning. Yes, they won Eurovision in 1981, and of course they'll be doing Land of Make Believe, Making Your Mind Up, and their other hits. £25, £24 and £19. There's a kids show in the Dixon studio in the afternoon of Sunday the 25th of September, 1:30 and 3:30, Penguin Elephant. And it's how the two different animals, one little and fussy, one big and clumsy, get on. It's for 3-year-olds and over, and tickets are £11. Tuesday, September 27th, 8 o'clock at the Cliffs Pavilion. Little Jimmy Osmond, well, he's just Jimmy Osmond now, but he's coming back to do a tribute to Andy Williams, on whose show he and his brothers began their career, and it's called Moon, River and Me. Music to watch girls by, Happy Heart, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, and similar hits. Tickets for Jimmy Osmond on September 27th, £33.50, £31.50, £28.50, and you can have a meet and greet ticket for £78.50. Please contact the box office on 351 135 for generous group discounts. Our final show for September 2016 is on the 30th of September at the Palace Theatre at 8 o'clock, and that is One Man's Star Wars Trilogy. Canadian actor Charles Ross returns from a galaxy far, far away and reenacts the whole of Star Wars on his Jack Jones on the stage. Great fun. Condenses the plots into just 60 minutes, and that'll cost you £25.50 or £18.50. As ever, you can book all of the shows on Southend 351 135 and find out more details from our helpful box office staff. That ends track 1. Track 2 will be the Southend Theatres shows in October. Southend Theatres brochure track 2, October 2016, and we begin on the 1st of October, Saturday the 1st of October, with a tribute show, Bowie Experience, doing David Bowie's golden years for you, but it doesn't say who's doing them. Tickets for the Bowie Experience, Starman, Fashion, Life on Mars, etc., £27, £25, £20, concessions £1.50 off. Same night at the Dixon studio in the Palace Theatre in Westcliff at 8 o'clock, Joe Stilgo and his band are doing a show called Songs on Film, and they'll be recreating the sound from classic films of the 80s, Tarantino, Tati, Paramount, Pixar. Joe and his remarkable band will be performing that music for £22.50. Next night, Sunday the 2nd of October at 8 o'clock at the Cliffs Pavilion, Frankly Sinatra. Stephen Triffitt, who has a history of impersonating Frank Sinatra in the Rat Pack live show from Las Vegas and so forth, will be starring as Frank Sinatra. Sunday, October the 2nd, 8 o'clock, £31, £28.50, £23.50, concessions £2.50 off. At the Palace Theatre on Sunday the 2nd of October at 8 o'clock, Joe McElderry, the singer, will be performing. He was Joseph in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, has a super voice and does all sorts of different kinds of song. And his singing has endeared him to everyone from ages 9 to 95. Tickets for Joe McElderry are £25.50, £20.50, concessions £2 off. Wednesday, the 5th of October at 8 o'clock at the Cliffs Pavilion, Ross Noble, Brain Dump, is the comedian's latest improvised show with carefully scripted bits. And if you'd like to see Ross Noble coming along to the Cliffs, it'll cost you £28.50, maximum 6 tickets per purchase. Wednesday the 5th of October at the Palace Theatre, Miles Jupp will be entertaining with Songs of Freedom. That's the name of the show. Miles Jupp is a stand-up actor, writer, thinker, etc., and he'll be amusing you at the Palace Theatre at 8 o'clock on Wednesday the 5th of October for £21. Thursday the 6th, there's a hilarious updated version of Mum's the Word called Mum's the Word 2, 7:30, Palace Theatre. Michelle Heaton of Liberty X, Gemma Bissix of EastEnders will be performing. A lot of laughs about what it's like to bring up children. And it needs a lot of laughs, doesn't it? £26.50, £24.50, £20.50. Palace Theatre again, Friday the 7th of October at 8 o'clock. James Acaster, Reset. Big hit at the Edinburgh Comedy Festival, getting Best Show Awards for several years. James Acaster will be amusing you for £18, concessions £2 off. In the Dixon studio on Saturday the 8th of October, Nish Kumar, another comedian, will be making you laugh. And to get to see Nish Kumar, it's £16.50, concessions £2 off. More amusement now at the Cliffs Pavilion on Sunday the 9th of October, 7:30 in the evening. Nina Conti in Your Face. Due to popular demand, Nina Conti is back on the road with her sellout show from 2015, In Your Face, and she'll be putting on comical masks and making everybody laugh. She's won a British Comedy Award, stormed live at the Apollo, and will make you laugh for £24 or £20. Kids show now at the Palace Theatre for 3 years old and over. Sunday the 9th of October, 11:30 in the morning, 1:30 in the afternoon and 3:30 in the afternoon. Stick Man from the book by Julia Donaldson. Scamp Theatre and Freckle Productions have adapted that as a kids' show packed with puppetry, songs, live music and funky moves. So you can take the kids along there for £13 a ticket, or a family ticket, 2 adults and 2 children, for £48. Slight change at the Cliffs Pavilion on Wednesday the 12th of October. Tchaikovsky Symphony Orchestra will, needless to say, be performing the works of Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky, his Piano Concerto No. 2 and his greatest symphony, the No. 5, among other works. And if you like Russian classical music, it'll cost you £27.50, £23.50, but students are under 16s can come in for £13.50. And as it is one of the Symphonies by the Sea concerts, there's a separate brochure for those. You can have multi-performance discounts, season package discounts they call them. Palace Theatre, Wednesday the 12th of October, running to Saturday the 15th of October, as an amateur production by the Little Theatre Company of Jekyll and Hyde. That's the musical of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and tickets for that are £18 or £15. Lindisfarne Players, another amateur production, would be in the Dixon studio from Tuesday the 11th to Saturday the 15th of October, with Noel Coward's comedy Relative Values. Tickets £14, concessions £2 off. Back to the Cliffs Pavilion now, and Elaine Page will be appearing on Thursday the 13th of October. Doors open at 7 p.m, it says, and you can see Elaine Page recreating all the show songs that she did so well. Memory from Cats, I Know Him So Well from Chess, etc. Tickets for Elaine Page on October 13th, £58.50, £42, £32, or you can have a VIP ticket, should you so wish, for £102.50. Friday, October the 14th at 7:30 at the Cliffs Pavilion, pop group Level 42 will be performing their latest show, Sirens 2. Well, they've released 14 studio albums and singles, Lessons in Love, Something About You, Leaving Me Now, Running in the Family. Yes, Level 42 at the Cliffs, £31.50, and the maximum is 6 tickets per purchase. On Saturday the 15th of October at 8 o'clock at the Cliffs Pavilion, Petula Clark is returning. From Now On is the name of the show, and well, of course, she's sold more records than any other British female artist, 68 million records worldwide. And if you'd like to see Petula recreate something of her astonishing career, it'll cost you £41, £39 or £32. Monday the 17th of October, Cliffs Pavilion, more pop music. All Saints will be there with a show called Red Flag, and of course they were a symbolic British pop group of the 1990s. And just scanning for the name of all their hits, but I'm sure you know them already. If you'd like to see All Saints on Monday, October 17th, doors open 7 o'clock, £41.50, £31.50, and a maximum of 4 tickets per purchase. There's a film at the Palace Theatre on Sunday the 16th of October. The bar opens at 6, the film starts at 7:30, and the film is Eddie the Eagle, the story of our daring ski jumper from the 1988 Calgary Winter Olympics. £7.50 to see Eddie the Eagle at the Palace on October 16th. Amateur production then at the Palace Theatre, Wednesday the 19th to Saturday the 22nd of October. Lee Operatic and Dramatic Society presents Monty Python's Spamalot for £18.50, £16.50, concessions £1 off. At the Dixon Studio on Wednesday the 19th of October at 8 o'clock, Felicity Ward is doing a comic show called 50% More Likely to Die, and it's about the funny side of mental illness. £14.50, £2 off for concessions. Thursday the 20th of October, 8 o'clock at the Cliffs Pavilion, Maximum Rhythm and Blues. The Manfreds, featuring both of the band's vocalists, Paul Jones and Mike Darbo, and soul pioneer P.P. Arnold, plus Zoot Money, will be taking you back to British rhythm and blues of the 60s. £32.50, £30.50, £26.50, 20th of October, 8 o'clock at the Cliffs Pavilion. Saturday the 22nd of October, doors open at 7 o'clock, which tells you that it's a pop concert, but this singer is Jamie Lawson. He's the first signee to Ed Sheeran's record label and has been a massive hit. His single Wasn't Expecting That has sold 400,000 copies in the UK, and to see Jamie Lawson, a ticket will cost you £21.50. Sunday the 23rd of October, 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the Cliffs Pavilion, Simply Gershwin. It's a Broadway glamour and toe-tapping tune show, Someone to Watch Over Me, Porgy and Bess, A Foggy Day in London Town, and of course Rhapsody in Blue, performed by the London Concert Orchestra conducted by Gavin Sutherland, plus guest vocalists and dancers. Simply Gershwin, October 23rd, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, £39.50, £36.50, £31.50. Tribute show on the same evening, Sunday the 23rd of October, at the Palace Theatre, The Life and Music of Jim Reeves in concert by a gentleman named Al Grant, a tribute show. I'd have called it Welcome to My World, actually, but anyway, tickets to see Jim Reeves recreated by Al Grant, £25, £23, £18, concessions £1 off. On now to Monday the 24th of October, 2:30 in the afternoon at the Palace Theatre, Kids Show. Warning, 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 it says. 100% educational, 200% entertaining, 300% explosive. Ministry of Science Live is about to educate you and entertain you with science on stage. I'm looking for the age limit, but it doesn't give one, so tickets are £17. Tuesday the 25th of October, Cliffs Pavilion, doors open at 7 p.m. for K.T. Tunstall, Scotland-born and Los Angeles-based singer, and she'll be recreating her hits, including Eye to the Telescope, at the Cliffs Pavilion on 25th of October, £36.50, £29, £21.50, maximum purchase 6 tickets. Another kids show now, back at the Palace Theatre, Tuesday the 25th of October, 1:30 and 3:30 in the afternoon. Captain Flynn and the Pirate Dinosaurs is back to entertain you, or the Magic Cutlass it's called. This is the second Captain Flynn adventure, and if your kids loved the first one and they're 3 and over, then they'll enjoy Captain Flynn returning. Tickets are £13, or there's a family ticket, 2 adults, 2 children, for £48 on the 25th of October. Starting on the 25th of October, running through to the 29th, Southend Shakespeare Company, that's an amateur group, are presenting Home and Beauty, Somerset Maugham's play, at the Dixon Studio in the Palace Theatre. Tickets are £14, concession £1.50 off. At the Palace Theatre on Wednesday the 26th of October in the Main Auditorium at 8 o'clock, Sean Escoffery, Evergreen. British soul sensation Sean Escoffery visits Southend after the launch of his highly anticipated new studio album, Evergreen. And if you'd like to see Sean, £23.50, £19.50. Friday, October 28th, 8 o'clock at the Cliffs Pavilion, Lee Mead returns, but this time he's doing Some Enchanted Evening, which is musical and film songs from the 1940s and 1950s. So he'll be recreating South Pacific, I'll See You in My Dreams, Singing in the Rain, etc. Lee Mead, 28th of October, £26.50, £21.50, but if you like to meet and greet, then it'll cost you £43.50. Friday the 28th and Saturday the 29th of October, Mods present. That's the Southend Mencat group, and they're putting on one of their fabulous shows there. This one's called Silent Shadows, and it'll take you back to Jack the Ripper's London. Oh my goodness me. Tickets got to be the best value in the brochure. Tickets are £11, concessions £2.50 off. Saturday the 29th of October at 8 o'clock, the Hollies, not quite all of them, but the Hollies will be there performing The Air That I Breathe, Carrie Ann, Bus Stop, Just One Look, On a Carousel, and all their hits recreated for you on stage, 29th of October, £31, £30, £25, concessions £1 off. Sunday the 30th of October, 7:30 at the Cliffs Pavilion, tribute bands doing the Four Tops and the Temptations. Well, I can't help myself, reach out and I'll be there, and My Girl and Papa Was a Rolling Stone. Yes, all those marvellous Tamla tracks recreated on stage. That'll cost you £51, £46, maximum £6 ticket per purchase or household. Sunday the 30th of October at the Palace Theatre at 8 o'clock in the evening, Roy Wood and his band are back with their Christmas show special. I wish it could be Christmas every day, Roy used to sing, and he'll be doing it all over again. And if you'd like to see what was Wizard and the other groups that Roy Wood led, then it's the Palace Theatre, 30th of October, £31.50, £29.50. And our final show for October is UB40. Monday the 31st of October, doors open 7 p.m. at the Cliffs Pavilion. UB40's founding members, Jimmy Brown, Robin Campbell, Earl Falconer, Norman Hassan, Brian Travers et al. Will be recreating Food for Thought, 1 in 10, Kingston Town, Can't Help Falling in Love with You, and of course Red, Red Wine. That's our final show for October 31st. Seated, it'll cost you £33.50. Premium seated, £38.50. Standing, you'd be amazed to know, £33.50. Any of the shows, of course, can be booked by dialing our box office on Southend 351 135. And I should tell you very quickly that on the next track I'll be telling you about Night Must Fall by Emlyn Williams, a real thriller on stage which stars the wonderful Gwen Taylor. But that is in the shows for November, which will be track 3 of the Southend Theatres brochure for Autumn and Winter 2016, shows in November. We actually start on the 31st of October because that's when Night Must Fall opens at the Palace Theatre and runs through to Saturday the 5th of November. It's a frightening thriller by Emlyn Williams, and it stars Gwen Taylor, Dara O'Malley, Will Featherstone and Naeem McGrady, and you can get to see the frightening thriller Night Must Fall Monday to Saturday at 8, Thursday and Saturday matinees at 2:30 for £28.50, going down to £23.50, concessions £2 off, and there's a senior citizen midweek matinee for £24. That excludes groups, and you can get in touch with our box office on Southend 351 135 to find out about those group discounts which you may enjoy. On Wednesday the 2nd of November, doors open at 7 p.m. at the Cliffs Pavilion for ABC with the South Bank Sinfonia, conducted by Anne Dudley. Following the release of their new album, The Lexicon of Love 2, ABC are touring the UK, accompanied by the South Bank Sinfonia. And if you'd like to hear that music, and see it as well, of course, tickets are £69, going down to £39, or if you'd like a VIP ticket, that's a mere £133. Same day, in the Dixon studio, starting on Wednesday the 2nd of November, going through to Saturday the 5th, at 7:30, Thursday and Saturday matinees at 2:30, Essex Players, that's an amateur group, are presenting their version of Heidi High. Tickets £13.50 or £12.50 for the matinees. Friday the 4th of November, doors open at 7 p.m. at the Cliffs Pavilion for Gabrielle, performing all her greatest hits, the single Dreams. And Gabrielle will be singing, as she has been since 1993, and you can see her for £38.50, £28.50, or the VIP ticket, once again, £102.50. On now to Sunday the 6th of November at 8 o'clock at the Cliffs Pavilion. The Solid Gold Rock and Roll Show is back. Headed by Marty Wilde, Eden Kane, Mike Berry and Mark Winter, teen idols of their day, and they'll be recreating the late 50s and early 60s rock and roll. 6th of November, £32.50, £30.50, £26.50. Following night, Monday the 7th of November, 8 o'clock, Cliffs Pavilion, The Stylistics. You Make Me Feel Brand New, Can't Give You Anything But My Love, You Are Everything. By golly wow, a show not to be missed. The Stylistics will cost you £32 or £28. The next night, Tuesday the 8th of November at 8 o'clock at the Cliffs Pavilion once again, Sean Clush, the Elvis World Tour. Sean is impersonating and paying a tribute to the King of Rock and Roll, and you can see the world's greatest Elvis for £29, £27.22, or the front 4 rows are £39. Palace Theatre on Friday the 11th of November at 8 o'clock. Jason Byrne will be making everybody laugh. Propped Up is the name of his brand new show, and if you want to giggle, then tickets for Jason Byrne on 11th of November are £21. The same night, in the Dixon studio, Lucy Porter presents Consequences, a hilarious new show of heartfelt personal revelations and incisive cultural observations. And if that's your ticket, then it'll cost you £16.50. That's the Little Dixon studio. Following night in the main auditorium, Griff Rhys-Jones will be doing Jones and Smith. Griff Rhys-Jones is airing some thoughts, stories, anecdotes and reminiscences about his much-missed comedy partner Mel Smith. So if you'd like to be taken back to the good old days of alias Smith and Jones, then tickets are £23.50, concessions £2 off. That's the Palace Theatre, 12th of November. Cliffs Pavilion, Sunday the 13th of November, 7:30. As part of the Symphonies by the Sea season, the Czech National Symphony Orchestra will be playing Schubert's lyrical Unfinished Symphony, Grieg's Piano Concerto, Mark Bebbington at the piano, and that concert will cost you £27.50, concessions £23.50, students and under 16s £13.50, and of course there are season package discounts available for the Symphonies by the Sea series, which of course you can find out about by contacting our box office on 351 135. Tuesday the 15th of November, the Wailers performing the Legend album, and tributes of course back to the late Bob Marley. And if reggae is your thing, Three Little Birds, I Shot the Sheriff, Jamming, many more, then standing to see the Wailers is £26, seated £33.50 or £26, maximum 6 tickets per purchase. Wednesday the 16th of November, 7:30 at the Cliffs Pavilion, Verdi's Aida. Opera and Ballet International proudly presents an Ellen Kent production with international soloists, highly praised chorus and full orchestra, starring Olga Perrier, the international French soprano, as Aida, and Liza Kadelnik, the celebrated mezzo from the Romanian National Opera, as Amneris. If opera is your fancy, then Aida on 16th of November will cost £39, £35 or £28, concessions £3.50 off, under 16s £20.50. On Wednesday the 16th, that's the same night as Aida, but at the Palace Theatre, a show opens Rock of Ages. Southend Operatic and Dramatic Society, an amateur group, will present Rock of Ages, running through to the 19th of November. £18, £19 for Friday and Saturday evenings, and £15 for matinees. Generous group discounts at the 8 o'clock performances if you contact the box office. Friday the 18th of November in the Little Dixon studio at the Palace Theatre, Sean McLaughlin. There's panic in the streets. Terrorists, politicians and Kardashians have made the human race hell-bent on its own self-destruction. Luckily, Sean McLaughlin has been hitting the self-destruction button his whole life, and if you'd like to hear about it, it'll cost you £12 in the Dixon studio, 18th of November. Saturday the 19th of November at the Cliffs Pavilion, the That'll Be the Day Christmas show, topped with lashings of Christmas spirit. Get ready to party, as That'll Be the Day returns with classics through from the 50s to the 80s. Pop classics, that is. Tickets £29.50, £28.50, £24.50. Sunday the 20th of November at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the last night of the Autumn Proms, with Sky Ingram, soprano, David Butt-Phillip, tenor, and the London Concert Orchestra. And of course they're doing the traditional finish, Land of Hope and Glory and all that Rule Britannia hornpipe that characterises the last night of the Proms. £39, £34, £29. Sunday the 20th of November, 8 o'clock at the Palace Theatre, comedian Stephen K. Amos will be entertaining. He's toured all over Europe and made people laugh. You can join in the fun for £19.50 at the Palace Theatre. Following night, Monday the 21st of November, 8 o'clock at the Palace Theatre, The Horn Section, which are a comedy and music group led by the comedian Alex Horn. And if you'd like to enjoy a bit of music and laughter, then it's £18 on the 21st of November at the Palace. Little Dixon Studio, Tuesday the 22nd to Saturday the 26th of November, 7:45, matinees 3 p.m. Measure for Measure by the Southend Shakespeare Company. That's an amateur production. Tickets £14, concessions £1.50 off. Sunday the 27th of November at 7:30, Leo Holding, Reflections, The Mirror Wall. Leo Holding is a climber, world-renowned for audacious ascents of epic faces. And if you'd like to hear him telling you all about it and showing you pictures and film thereof, it's £18 at the Palace Theatre on Sunday the 27th of November. Monday the 21st through to Saturday the 26th of November at the Cliffs Pavilion, the stage version of the movie Sister Act is being performed by Alexandra Burke and Craig Revel Horwood. So if you enjoyed Whoopi Goldberg in the film, well, you can see it live at the Cliffs Pavilion, Monday to Saturday at 8, Wednesday and Saturday matinees at 2:30. Ticket prices range from £47 down to £24, £2 off for concessions. Under 16s get £5 off the top 3 prices. Sister Act at the Cliffs Pavilion through to the 26th of November. And there's another film brought to the stage at the Palace Theatre on Thursday the 24th, running through to Sunday the 27th of November, and that's Mr. Popper's Penguins. Stars Jim Carrey in the film, and it's how a chap gets to know a group of penguins and enjoy them living in his flat. If you'd like that, it sounds a good one for the kids. It's on Thursday the 24th, 1:30 and 4:30, Friday the 26th, 10:30 and 4:30, and Saturday and Sunday, 11 and 1:30. It's for kids aged 3 and over, or all the family, and tickets £13.50 and £15.50. Schools are £11 and the teachers go free. That's Mr. Popper's Penguins, 24th to 27th of November. There's an amateur production in the Dixon Studio from the 29th through to the 3rd of December, Lucky for Some. And it's the company that gave you Arsenic on Old Lace, Love Begins at 50, and so on. Tickets £12, concessions £1 off. And the final show for November for this brochure, Wednesday the 30th of November, doors open 7 p.m, the Overtones, who have firmly established themselves as the #1 vocal harmony group with a reputation for their unique ability to deliver consistently uplifting music. If you fancy White Christmas, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and Let It Snow in harmony, then the Overtones will cost you £42 down to £26, or you can have a VIP ticket for £102.50. That takes us to the 30th of November. All shows bookable on 351 135. And in track 4, I'll be telling you about the shows in December and on. The Southend Theatres brochure for Autumn and Winter 2016, starting off with the 1st of December. All the shows in December coming up. On Thursday the 1st of December at 7:30, the RAF in Concert, an uplifting evening of musical entertainment performed by the Royal Air Force's finest musicians. Generous group discounts apply for this, but tickets are £27.50 down to £21.50. That's at the Cliffs Pavilion. On the same evening, Thursday the 1st of December, 8 o'clock at the Palace Theatre, Daniel Sloss. So is the name, with special guest Kai Humphries. Don't miss the stunning new show from Scotland's internationally acclaimed and award-winning comedian. It's for 16s and over, and tickets cost £16.50, concessions £2.50 off. Cliffs Pavilion now, and Friday the 2nd of December at 8 o'clock, the Welsh singer Catherine Jenkins presents Celebration with the London Concert Orchestra, conducted by Anthony Inglis. Tickets for Catherine Jenkins, £58, £48 and £33. Friday the 2nd and Saturday the 3rd of December at 8 o'clock at the Palace Theatre, Henning Wayne. Westphalia is not an option. Join German comedy ambassador Henning Wayne for an evening of Teutonic jolliness at its best. And if you want to come along and have a laugh, it's £20.50 for your seat. At the Cliffs Pavilion on Saturday the 3rd of December at 8 o'clock, an evening with Sir Michael Parkinson, in conversation with his son Mike and showing highlights from the Parkinson archive. So if you'd like to look back over 50 years of interviews and chats, then it'll cost you $29.50, $27.50 or $22.50, unless you'd like the meet and greet ticket for £50. There's a play from a film at the Palace Theatre starting on Monday the 5th, running through to Saturday the 10th of December, and it is The Shawshank Redemption, based on the short novel by Stephen King, and it stars Paul Nichols, Jack Ellis and Ben Onwukwe. Tickets for The Shawshank Redemption, Monday to Saturday at 8 o'clock, Thursday and Saturday matinees at 2:30, prices range £30.50 down to £24, concessions £2 off. Then we come on to pantomime time, and this year's big panto at the Cliffs Pavilion is Robinson Crusoe and the Caribbean Pirates, a swashbuckling pantomime, opening on the 10th of December 2016 and running through to Sunday the 8th of January 2017. Brian Conley plays Robinson Crusoe and Gok Wan as the Spirit of the Ocean. Prices range from £38.50 down to £34.50 or £26.50 for the cheaper seats, but there's such a range of prices at the different matinee times and evening times over the Christmas holiday that it's best really if you get in touch with our box office on Southend 351 135 and find out how much for which performance and at what time. There are big group discounts on the pantomime as ever, and of course the Cliffs Pavilion restaurant will be there, so you can have a jolly meal and a Saturday day out with Robinson Crusoe over the Christmas holidays. But back to the normal schedules now. Sunday the 4th of December at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the Palace Theatre, there's a piano recital by Martin Roscoe. It's part of our Symphonies by the Sea season, and he'll be playing Schumann's delightful Scenes from Childhood, among other pieces of music, including Beethoven's great piano sonatas, the Waldstein and the Moonlight, and Debussy's Children's Corner and L'Île Joyeuse. £17.50, concessions £15.50, students and under 16s £8.50, and of course season package discounts are available on all the Symphonies by the Sea season. Sunday the 4th of December at the Cliffs Pavilion, an evening with Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the legendary icons of the 20th century in the world of boxing, whose very name epitomises the sport of kings. So, if you'd like to see Sugar Ray Leonard and reminisce with him, it'll cost you... It doesn't actually say what it'll cost you here, so you'll have to phone 351 135 in order to find out. My apologies, the information ain't there. Wednesday the 7th to Saturday the 10th of December, there's an amateur show at the Dixon Studio. Southend Drama Society are presenting It's a Wonderful Life, yet another play taken from a film. Tickets are £14, concessions £2 off. At the Palace Theatre on Sunday the 11th of December, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the Southend Girls Choir will be presenting their Christmas Cracker, and they'll be joined by the Southend Young Men's Chorus and the Thundersley Brass Band. A traditional Christmas carol and festive music afternoon. Tickets are £11, concessions £2 off. There's an improvised pantomime at the Dixon Studio from Tuesday the 13th through to Saturday the 17th of December. 8 o'clock in the evening and Saturday matinee at 2:30. After the spectacular show of 2015, Oh Yes It is back with more chaotic, off-the-cuff Christmas cheer. Tickets are £11, concessions £2 off. Another amateur show at the Palace Theatre from Thursday the 15th through to Saturday the 17th of December, and that's the Players Theatre presenting Hans Christian Andersen. Tickets are £16, concessions £1 off. And there's a Saturday 10:30am performance for a mere £11. Also at the Palace Theatre, celebrating the Christmas season, on Sunday the 18th of December, Christmas films. At 1 o'clock, Miracle on 34th Street, that's the one with Sir Richard Attenborough. 4 o'clock, Jingle All the Way, that's with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And at 7:30 in the evening, White Christmas, and that of course is with Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, Rosemary Clooney and Vera Ellen, one of the great traditional films. Tickets are £7.50 per film. Tuesday the 20th of December, 7:30 at the Palace Theatre, 5-star swing band. Swing and sing along to Christmas with a unique 5-star swing band show. They're going to recreate Glenn Miller, Sinatra, Basie, Nat Cole et al. That concert will cost you £23, £22 or £18, with concessions £1 off. Kids show now at the Palace Theatre from Friday the 23rd until Saturday the 31st of December, and it's called The Santa Trap with Jonathan Emmett and Polly Bernatine. Bradley Bartleby is bad. So bad he plans to trap Santa Claus and steal all his presents. Well, will he succeed? It's for children aged 3 and over, and there are matinee and morning performances right through. So if you phone up on 351 135, they'll be able to tell you all about that. Tickets cost from £13 up to £15.50. Family tickets, 2 adults, 2 children, £48 up to £58. And of course, group discounts, there are many and they are generous, I am informed. Now we're on to January 2017, and from Monday the 9th until Saturday the 14th, The Woman in Black, another scary one, is being presented at the Palace Theatre, and tickets for that £28.50 down to £21.50. On the 10th of January at the Cliffs Pavilion, running through to Saturday the 21st of January 2017, Dirty Dancing is recreated on stage at the Cliffs Pavilion. It starts at 8 o'clock, but there are 5 o'clock and some 8:30 performances as well. Tickets £48 down to £29.50. The Royal Philharmonic Orchestra will be playing the music of John Williams at the Cliffs Pavilion on the 22nd of January 2017 at 7:30 in the evening. All that marvellous music from so many films which John Williams has scored. Star Wars, Indiana Jones, E.T., Harry Potter, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and many, many more. £33.50, concessions £29.50. Students and under 16s get in for £15.50. End of January now, the 31st of Jan till the Sunday the 5th of Feb 2017, Michael Flatley presents Lord of the Dance Dangerous Games. So Irish dancing is back. Tickets range from £47 down to £33.50. On Monday the 13th of February, running through to Saturday the 18th, Wonderland, an inspirational musical based on Alice, of course, Wendy Peters as the Queen of Hearts, Dave Willits as the White Rabbit, and prices range from £46 down to £34. That's at the Cliffs Pavilion. And there's a play at the Palace Theatre called Invincible by Torben Betts, starting on the 7th and running through to the 11th of March 2017. It's an Alan Ayckbourn style comedy, £30.50 down to £21.50 for that. And that brings us to the end of the shows listed in our brochure for Autumn and Winter 2016, except for the one on the back cover, which is Monday the 13th to Saturday the 18th of March at the Cliffs Pavilion. Jason Donovan as Sam Phillips in $1 Million Quartet, the story of how 4 stars made rock and roll history. But for our shows at the Cliffs Pavilion, any of which you can book on Southend 351 135 or getting through online to southendtheatres.org.uk. That's the end of this brochure, and I hope you enjoy your theatre.